To tell you guys. 3. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Libraviews. I'm Charlene. Hit that subscribe button and tap that like button while you at it. So I'm here to talk about Jocelyn's Cabaret. I think what was the episode? This bitch gotta go, or get this bitch out of here. But this episode just premiered. I haven't really made the review on the last 2 episodes. It was cool. You know, it wasn't really, groundbreaking like how this episode was. But basically, they talked about Boss Tech and her alcoholism, which is something that is kind of serious, you know what I'm saying? Because I do know in the stripper world, a lot of dancers, they drink, they smoke, they do other drugs, and to help them get through the night, and then it kind of becomes a habit, you know what I'm saying? So I do feel for her in that way. So they were talking about how she changes with the alcohol problem, how she needs to stop that shit and let that shit go. Yummy becomes the captain. And she basically drags all the other girls. You feel me? She's like, y'all weren't respecting me. Y'all weren't listening to me. This, that, and the third. And Yummy and Natural get into it. So we saw a little bit of that in the previous episodes. Because Yummy called Natural out along with the other girls and how they weren't really working with her being the captain. And then Sapphire is voted the new captain. So we went from Lucky being the captain to Yummy being the captain to now Sapphire being the captain, okay? So the new episode opens up. Get this bitch out of here. And Jocelyn links up with Natural. And, Jocelyn looked very, very pretty, in her kind of natural state. I love the fact that, that was probably clip-ins or extensions that she had, but it still kind of looked very natural. Like her edges wasn't all laid and shit like mine. They was natural, and I just thought she looked very, very pretty in this scene with Miss Natural. Now, Miss Natural opened up the door butt-ass naked, you feel me? She's used to being naked. But, they sat down and they were talking, and I thought that they really had a really good moment. Natural was talking to Jocelyn about kind of some personal stuff, and she got into why her and Yummy were at it and how she felt really, betrayed by Yummy. And Jocelyn basically said she felt like Yummy was being a bully. Natural was being a bully to Yummy because she's super small. But Natural's whole thing is, it's like, we've hung out together, you're coming in my room, you're smoking up my bud, you drinking my liquor, but when you get in front of the girls, you kind of throw me under the bus, and I just think that you're kind of phony. But Jocelyn basically said that, I'd rather you punch the bitch than to be all in her face, bullying her. And I kind of understood what she's saying. It's kind of like, I'd rather you beat her ass, but I understood what she was saying in the sense of, hey, if you're gonna keep talking about it, either do something or stop talking about it. Don't bully the person. And then so Natural says that she was a real friend to Yummy. It seemed like Jocelyn and Natural had a really good conversation in the beginning of the episode. So Sapphire, Lucky, Lexi Blow, and Big Lex meet up to basically practice and talk about how Sapphire is the new captain. And I thought Big Lex looked super nice, real sexy in that denim suit she had with the boots and stuff like that. But they were basically talking, cutting the shit. The next scene goes to Boss Tech, Yummy, and Chanel. So I cannot stand Chanel. So she just seems like she just kind of goes along with wherever she is. It's like she's just, a certain way, depending on who she is. She kind of irritates me. But anyway, they all meet up to talk. And Yummy basically was saying how she felt like all the girls ganged up on her. And the one thing I will say about Yummy, at least she wasn't individually calling people out. She had no problem with saying to Boss Tech, Chanel, Natural, in front of Jocelyn, like, look, I felt like y'all did this to me. Like, you know what I mean? At least she wasn't like Chanel being phony. You know what I'm saying? But she was basically confessing, how she felt like the girls ganged up on her, and she's basically confused on why Natural got so pissed off at her. She's like, I don't know why the bitch is so mad. I'm not that mad. But at the end of that transaction, she definitely alluded to the fact that Miss Natural and her had hooked up at the end of that transaction with her, Boss Tech, and Chanel in the hot tub, when she said, well, me and Miss Natural, we might make up in a different way. And she like smiled really, really hard with those big ass teeth. And I'm like, And you know what? I kind of was thinking they hooked up too, because ain't no bitch gonna get all emotional. They couldn't have been in the house more than, let's say even if you in the house for a month, y'all in the house for 4 weeks at this point. That's still not enough to be on some shit like, you were really, oh my God. Like, you're being a little bit extra, Miss Natural, but Yummy basically said, y'all hooked up, and I kind of feel like y'all did, because why else would you be so emotional? Like, y'all was clearly 69 or scissoring or doing something, you feel me, for you to get all emotional about this alleged betrayal. But anyway, Boss Tech, sneaks all in to talk to Ballistic. She walks in, ooh, and she sits on Ballistic desk. Now, one thing about Ballistic, he ain't Stevie J. Now, if it was Stevie J would have been all up on Boss Tech. He probably would have told her to get off the desk and come sit on his lap. But, Ballistic seems like he's a very good guy, and he probably knows Jocelyn will whip his ass. So he told her to stick her stinkers on the seat. And I ain't mad. I was like, yes, Ballistic. Yes, you better not embarrass your girl. You better not embarrass your girl. Stevie J has done that enough. No bullshit. So they talk about basically Boss Tech's drinking. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, I don't know if this is like a storyline or not. Bitches just be saying anything. But, she was basically talking about her alcoholism and how she feels like she drinks a lot. And Ballistic was like, okay, get it together, blah, blah, blah. They had a cute little interaction. I saw him peeping that ass, though, when she was walking out of the room. And I don't blame him, because I probably would have been looking too. You feel me? But I seen that, But you get points because you told her to sit down and get off the desk. So I got you, Ballistic. So basically, Jocelyn meets up with her trainer, and I assume that this girl helps her get the routine together for the cabaret, and also is like helping her with her pole dancing and such. And they were basically talking about who she thought the trainer thought was the best, and she said Yummy and Lexi Blow. Thought that was interesting. You know what I'm saying? So then finally, Yummy and Natural meet up. Now this is the shebang of the episode. They meet up, and off rip, Yummy came in with kind of good energy. Hey, how are you? Whatever. Came and sat down. Natural kind of off the rip was in a bad mood. You could tell she was drinking Hennessy in a plastic bottle, and she wasn't really for the bukkake, Natural starts talking, and she says like she felt like Yummy took her love for granted. Again, this is sounding very like, bitch, we was supposed to be intimate and like together and like whatever with each other, and you betrayed me. I'm like, girl, like Natural was so upset and so pissed, you feel me? Then Natural went on to go and say that the girl exposed her age. Now remember when I said that in a couple videos ago, I knew that she was not 21. Now she might be 28, close to 30, okay, but girl, I knew that ass was older than no damn 21. But Miss Natural was like, you lied to me. You should have told me the truth. Da, 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 da. And it's like, Miss Natural, you're really doing the most. Y'all haven't known each other for that long. You feel me? Like, maybe she would have eventually had told you more intimate details about her life. But, y'all just kind of met. Like, it did seem like Natural was like really doing the most in the situation, which really, again, makes me think that they was fucking. So Yummy apparently was smoking up Miss Natural shit, drinking, which, you know what I'm saying? I can see how Miss Natural could be like, bitch, you were in my room, you was confiding in me, I was confiding in you, we was drinking, you come here, da 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 da. But as soon as you get in front of the girls, you throw me under the bus. Like, I feel like you're phony. I get that with Miss Natural. She was just kind of doing the most. Natural said that she didn't want to argue with Yummy when she first sat down, but then went on to argue, and the argument got really, really spicy. So then Jocelyn comes in. Now, this last 10 minutes of this episode was super, super, super motherfucking juicy. Okay? Super juicy. So Jocelyn comes in. Natural's upset. Yummy's talking. Yummy's still calm, but she's trying to get her points across. Natural's upset. And Jocelyn's trying to mediate. And Yummy goes, nobody really wants you here, Natural. And, Jocelyn should have sat there and ate her food and not saying nothing. But Jocelyn was like, no, I want her here. I want her here. Then Yummy goes, well, no, you've even said you didn't want Miss Natural here. And when I tell you, Miss Natural face in the corner was like Miss Natural was like you can tell, like, she was just like, what? And it is kind of confusing because in the beginning of the episode, now, you do know that they edit and they might chop a scene from here and put it here, and you know what I'm saying? So I do know they do that. However, you know, it did, in the episode, it was made to seem like earlier in that day or whenever they were having like such good vibes, and they were talking about how they were Scorpio sisters, and you know, how Jocelyn, you know, has her back, and you know, talking or whatever. And then now Yummy is saying, you know, I've heard you said that you didn't want Miss Natural here. So Miss Natural's in the corner like just confused at this point. Jocelyn starts cussing Yummy the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And I feel Jocelyn in a way, but I also don't feel Jocelyn, because at the end of the day, Jocelyn, you've been in this reality TV thing for about 8-9 years now. So you kind of know how reality TV works and how this person will take this information and pass on and this, that, and the third. And at the end of the day, they know that they have to solidify their spot on this TV screen just as much as you do, Jocelyn. So I know that you were getting Jocelyn said she was getting her glam in Yummy's room, and she wasn't even talking to Yummy. She was talking to her glam and was saying how Miss Natural was goddamn crazy and toxic and how she didn't want her to be here. Yummy takes that information back to Miss Natural in a heated moment, okay? Now, Jocelyn's on Yummy's ass. You know, why did you feel like you could do that? Who do you think you are? Why do you think you could say that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, at the end of the day, Jocelyn, like, I feel Jocelyn, her feeling like, you know, why would you tell her that? But I also feel like, if you said it, Jocelyn, you motherfucking said it. You feel me? And I get it, it's a show, so there's plenty of things that they probably talk about, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, especially with producers, and the producers are probably, you know, stringing things along as well. I think it's real, but they're definitely stringing things along, so who knows, you know. But Jocelyn was getting in that ass with Yummy, and Yummy basically was like, I said it to hurt her, you know. But then I think at that point, Natural really lost it, you feel me? I think Natural really was kind of like, you know, damn, like, this bitch Yummy threw me under the bus, and me and you, Jocelyn, like, we're like Scorpio sisters. You were just having a heart-to-heart with me. Now I hear that you talking shit about me. Like, what? Like, I'm so confused. Now, when Yummy did expose that information that Jocelyn has said in confidence to Miss Natural, it kind of did make a little bit of sense on what Natural was saying, because Natural was basically saying the same thing about Yummy, how you're not loyal, we confided in each other, and then you kind of threw me under the bus, and you're lying, and you're doing this, and you're not loyal, you're fake, you know. And then you do that to Jocelyn. You use information that you've overheard in a specific situation to throw somebody under the bus. It is kind of feeding into the narrative that you can be a little messy and a little fake. However, Natural goddamn lost it. Natural's screaming, you know, she probably was a little off that hen dog, you feel me? This Natural do seem like she's a little crazy. She do seem like she's a little crazy. But you know, Jocelyn started doing sign language. Now, I don't know what this means. I don't know if this is like a therapy tactic, like, you know, in like school, like special kids or something, where it's like you'll do like something, like, you know what I mean, to get them to stop. I don't know. But when Miss Natural was really going to fuck off, Jocelyn was like, take it here, take it here, take it here, take it here, take it. What does this mean? Like, what does this mean? Like, this bitch is about to go the fuck off. She's about to beat you and Yummy up. This is not going to do nothing. But Jocelyn kicked her out of the house. You feel me? I felt like Natural was kind of doing the most when she got away with the security. Like, she started running. Like, girl, you're not going to football way through a 300-pound security. And it was like 3 of them. So it's like, calm down. What you doing all that for? You was just in both of their face for a long time. So I did feel like Miss Natural was definitely like just doing the most. But that shit was crazy. When Yummy dropped that goddamn bomb, it was like, actually, Jocelyn, you said that. And Jocelyn was like, well, you know, I did say that. Oh, but what I left out, you know, Jocelyn basically was saying, you know, I did say that she was toxic, like I didn't want you to be here, because apparently, you know, Miss Natural was like in her room screaming, acting crazy, because allegedly Miss Natural was is having a case right now, and with her son. So when she's not with the girls, she's obviously on her phone and doing different things, trying to keep tabs on the situation. And I guess she was just wilding, you know, day after day after day, with stress that she had from back home. And that's why Jocelyn said that she said it. But either way, it did come off super, super phony. It was just a very like dramatic situation. And again, I do think that Yummy was fucking, because actually Yummy posted something on her Instagram where she was like, I'll post it at the end, she was like, I made that bitch eat me out, if all you do is suck dick and suck pussy, I'm gonna make you do the same to me, and this and the third. I'm like, well, who else you talk about? Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, child, these hoes is crazy as hell. But this episode was good. Thank you for tuning into my video. Please like, subscribe, share. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Deuces.